What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kay Renee, and right now I'm rocking with DJ Pest.
How you doing?
I'm maintaining. Honestly.
You want to get right into it, or you want to brace yourself? How you want to go about this?
No, we can get right into it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm talking to Kay Renee. Where are you from?
I'm from here.
You're from Phoenix.
Yes.
I don't know why I keep thinking that you from Cali.
Everybody's been saying that since like high school. Every time I tell people I'm from Arizona, they be like, "You're lying." I'm like, "No, I'm from Arizona," but my family is from Detroit, so a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's probably why you got a different type of, And I'm like, that makes sense. So, yeah, but Arizona, born and raised.
Have you been to Detroit?
No.
Okay, we got to change that ASAP.
I know. I was supposed to go last year, but I was pregnant. So
that kind of changed plans a little bit.
Yes.
I know you as a music artist. I've seen you on stage multiple times. Always one of the hottest on the stage.
Thank you.
How long have you been making music?
Honestly, I started writing music, not like seriously, but me and my cousin used to write music when I was like 13. And then I actually got in the studio, I believe 2018 or 2017, one of those. Yeah, so not that long, but a couple of years.
What made you put that pen to that pad or type in your phone? I don't know. How do you write music?
I definitely type on my phone.
But,
I've always been inspired. I always loved music. I honestly did like dancing, like choreography since I was like 7. I've always performed on stage. I've been performing on stage and stuff since I was 7 years old. So I've always, anything that has to do with music, I loved it. My family always done music. My aunt inspired me to do it. So then that's when I started taking it serious. And they always said like, you can do it, but I was always doing 1,000 other things. Like when I was in high school, I was a super, super tomboy. Like you would think I was like gay or something, but I used to play basketball and do dance like all at the same time. So I just didn't think that I had the time to do all of that at once. So I never took it serious until I graduated. So that's kind of why I kind of took it serious, because I was like, I have time.
you still do the other tomboy activities now, or it's just you're just an artist now?
I mean, I still dance. Yeah, I still do shows dancing or whatever. The most recent one I did was, I believe, maybe March. I did a show at a fashion show. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's anything to do with music, basically. So, yeah.
So what you listening to?
Honestly,
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
honestly, I don't really listen to like the new music too much. Like if I hear it on TikTok or something, or somebody else is playing it and I like it, I'll listen. But besides that, I like my old school. I've always had an old soul, so I just can't I can't really get with the new shit for real.
Yeah, and that's cool. It's just very interesting that a lot of artists I'm talking to nowadays are saying they don't listen to what's currently playing. They listen to the old school stuff. So, all right, old school top 3 artists for you personally.
Oof. Top 3 is hard.
3. Yeah.
Ugh. Number 1 for sure, Erykah Badu, hands down.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say MC Light.
And
Sugar Free.
Sugar Free.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Somebody else just said Sugar Free was in their top 3. That's why I'm like, wow, Sugar Free.
He has his own like sauce. It's just crazy. Like it's just any song, it just gives you that like, yeah.
He be talking that talk. Like, yeah. You've been making music since 2017, 2018. Right now in 2023, are you facing any hurdles? Is it something stopping you from like going full force?
Yeah, I would say I'm facing hurdles. Being a new mom.
Congratulations.
Shit, Thank you. I never expected to have a kid. Well, I did, but I didn't because I kind of jinxed myself or manifested myself because I always said, "Oh, I want to have a kid at 25. I don't want to have no kid young. I want to." So I had my first kid at 25, and the crazy thing about it, it's not even necessarily hard. It's just trying to adjust because it's like I'm me. Everybody knows I've always been a person. I get up and go. I'm never home. I'm always out. I'm always doing something. So it's like now, it's like I'm trying to figure out how to work around it without because me, I don't know, like as a mom, even though I want to do everything else, I just feel like I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with my kids. So it's like when I leave, I will call within the like next 10 minutes that I leave or so it's like me trying to get out of that little funk. But um and then like just not I have support, but I don't have the support that I want or that I give. So it's like I kind of get I can't think of the word, but basically like it just kind of sets me back a little bit. So it's weird because I've never been a person that really like cares about what everybody else thinks or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, you always need somebody. There's always somebody. You need a team. You need, as much as you want to say, oh, I do this by myself, you can't do it by yourself. So I'm kind of learning that. But I kind of have trust issues as well with, the industry because you know how it is for females.
I know how it
Yeah.
is, and that's why
Yeah.
I'm really excited to have this conversation because I want you to be able to vent about those issues. I want you to be able to get some of those issues off your chest. Somebody
Right.
gonna hear this, somebody gonna see this, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm a piece of shit," and it's gonna
Right.
make them do better. So,
Exactly.
being a female, so we have the being a parent. We know that
Hmm.
that's complicated within itself. I know from
Right.
personal experience.
Right.
But when it comes to being a female, what are your issues with the scene and you being you? Is it hard? Is it complicated? Is it frustrating? Like, what is your stance on being a hip hop artist, female hip hop artist in Phoenix, Arizona, in the industry?
I wouldn't say that it's necessarily hard, but it's frustrating for sure because um, I don't want to sound all conceited or cocky, but I know who I am. I know what I got. So it's like when you work with certain people, like for an example, I have hella songs with people, but they don't put them out because when we're in the studio and they go and then I go, they're like, damn, you went harder than me on my song. Then they never drop the song. So it's like I'm wasting bars, I'm wasting time because of some jealousy or whatever the case may be. And it's like, whether I went harder or not, the songs still go. That's the thing that blows me because the songs be good, but you're just more focused on whether I did better than you or not. Why not still put it out? We could still make money. We could still do, you know what I'm saying? Like it's still something. So I kind of pushed away from doing features as well because that's what I first started doing. I barely have maybe 3, 4 songs by myself. All of my songs are features. So it's like when I'm doing that, like I said, I'm wasting time. So I'm pushing back from that. And also it comes with the being a pretty female and whatever, and male egos and even females. But on the males right now, they like to mix business and pleasure, and I'm not with that. Like I came here to do a job. You asked me to do a job. Let's do it. Like let's focus on the business. If I choose to want to talk to you that type of way, then I do that. But in this moment, don't mix that whatever. But have to like most of the time I don't do that because it's like I know what comes with it. So it's like I'm not with that. So they don't know how to take no for an answer. So when you tell a nigga no, then a nigga's like, oh well, F her, da, 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 da. We not doing nothing. Then it's like, okay.
Wow.
So now I gotta find somewhere else, like, and I'm
Yeah.
tired of doing that.
Does that encourage you to do music by yourself, or you still you feel like you sound better on features?
I do honestly feel like I sound better on features, but honestly, since I've been pregnant, I've been writing music. I just haven't been in the studio. The last time I was in the studio was maybe February, and I had just did a feature with my friend Jay. So um, besides that, I haven't been to the studio, but I've been writing just songs by myself. But um, I don't know. It does kind of make me not want to do it though, because like I said, I don't like my time wasted.
Yeah.
If I'm writing, because people know when they're in the studio with me, if they call me, because sometimes they don't even send me the beat or nothing until I get to the studio. But that's because a lot of people know that when I come to the studio, I'm doing it. Like I hear the beat, I hear what the concept is, I write quick. So it's like we can do this, but at the same time, I don't care how quick I can write, I don't care how quick I can record. It's still time wasted, especially now because, like I said, I have a family now. So you're keeping me away from, it's like a waste of time. I don't do that. So yeah.
Well, at this point, I'm expecting the solo Kay Renee EP
Yeah.
coming soon, so you won't really have to worry about that.
That's the thing too, though, with because I've been saying for a while that um, I was gonna put out EPs, but that goes along with certain people that I work with. I'm on other people's time and everything else. And then if I don't like something, I'm very like specific about my craft and what I want. If I hear it a way, it needs to be that way. If it's not done how I want it, I'm not putting it out. I don't care if I did tell you guys, oh, I'm putting this out. Da, 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 da. If I don't like it when it's done, it's not getting put out. Like I'm not a person to rush into just to put out a song just to put it out so I'm staying relevant. No, because people know who I am already. So when it comes out, it comes out. But I don't like putting out have done work, and I've done that before and I didn't like it. Like there's like probably 3 songs that I've done and I will not listen to them, and people cannot listen to the songs around me because I get mad because I'm like, I know this is not my best. So it's like irritating because I at the times I felt rushed and everybody's like, oh, you need to put out something, you need to put out something. So I rushed and put something out, and now I don't even like it. Even though it's for everybody else and they might say they like it or whatever, I still like to like my work. So I kind of learned from that as well. So yeah, but I am working on an EP.
Okay, I was about to say, so what's next?
Yeah, definitely an EP. That's literally what I've been doing, since the sit down.
Yeah, sit
Um,
down.
since the sit down, I've definitely been working on an EP. It's not gonna be nothing like long, maybe 6 to 7 songs,
Hmm.
but yeah, definitely working on that. Probably got like 2 more songs to do. So yeah,
Before you became a mother, did your motivations change? Like, do you have a different goal now?
absolutely. Before I became a parent, my thing was, oh, I want to be like, I want to be big, right?
Hmm.
But now my goal is I want to get paid. Like I don't even care if everybody knows me, if I'm like on billboards, I really don't even care about that. As long as I'm getting paid for what I'm doing and I can feed myself, my family, whatever, I don't even care.
Hmm.
People will hear me when they hear me at this point. Like, so that definitely changed.
Good, good.
Yeah.
That's a good new motivator.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
I don't want to. Not now that I know you're from Phoenix, I don't want to ask the typical, "Oh, how do you feel about the hip hop community? How do you feel about that?" But I do want to ask you, as an independent artist that's been doing this for a minute, you've been doing this for 5, 6 years.
Hmm.
When it comes to these showcases, period, what makes a good showcase? What makes a bad showcase?
In my opinion,
Hmm.
um, I'm gonna start with the bad first. To me, what makes a bad um, showcase is having way too many people performing. I think that's just too much, and a lot of people have different vibes. I get that, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like certain promoters or whatever, they're just booking all these people to make money, which I get it, but if you want longevity and you want people to keep coming to your shows, you got to do it the right way. Like maybe 6, 7 artists
Mm.
that are good, that people know, that people rock with. Do that, but not 12, 15. Like, that's just too much to me. That's terrible, because half of the time, I'm sorry, I speak the truth. Half of the time, these are people nobody's ever heard, but everybody got to get their time to, be seen. I understand that, but certain places just ain't for that. So it's like, no.
If it's titled an open mic, would you feel different about that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Showcases
Yeah,
are
open
supposed
mic.
to.
Open mic is completely different.
Yeah.
But if you're saying, "Oh, I have a showcase," I'm sorry, but this case got to be filled with like top tier artists. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, not just no, not just flushing everybody in one bowl. And no, I don't
Yeah.
like that.
It gets complicated. I'm gonna speak to that, and then I'm gonna let you get to the good part. But yeah, it gets really complicated because as a promoter, I feel like a lot of these people that have these artists on stage, they really don't have a fan base or
Right,
supporters. Whatever the word they're gonna use to describe the people that like them.
right,
So it's like they have to stack this deck really high. So they figure if they have 20 people, if 20 people can bring 2 people, then we have 60 people in the building. Versus us booking, well, not us. I'm talking about them, not me.
right, right.
But versus them booking like maybe 8 artists, and then these 8 artists are top tier. They sound great, quality as chef kiss, but they don't have supporters. So now you only got 10 people in the building. Then what? So I definitely get you. There is something
Yeah.
that needs to be addressed about that, because things do need to get better out here. uh,
Yes.
but what do you feel is the good part? What's a good thing about a showcase?
The good thing to me is that it just like I said, it's giving everybody an opportunity, because there's a lot of people that are studio artists, and then there's actual, well, I don't even call them artists. There's like studio rappers, and then there's artists. So the artists that like showcase and really want to go and perform, that gives them time to even practice, because sometimes those showcases are practice. You live, you learn, you know what to do next time, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's a good thing about um, having showcases. Some of them, I've been to really good showcases, honestly. Like yours, always. I'm sorry, people gonna be mad, but yours always. But um, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I just feel if you have the right promoters, and um, you know what you're doing, because a lot of people know what they're doing, but the ones that do know what they're doing, you can always tell. Like, the DJs are good, the vibe is there, everything. I love those type of showcases, because when somebody's not performing, they're having the right music playing, they keeping the people upbeat, they keeping everybody hyped, they bring the vibes, all of that. I love showcases like that. Those are good showcases to me. um so yeah, I mean, that's pretty much.
I mean, that's simple. That's simple. I'm taking my surveys because
Uh-huh.
right now, with me working with the people I'm working with, the New York trip, for example, that I just took
Mhm.
in, and we get to New York and 82 artists perform just on that one night, and we started at 7 and we're done by 1. You feel me? And then you come back home. Well, I come back home and I'm
Mhm.
struggling just trying to get through 15 artists. Can't start it on time. Everybody outside. So
Mhm.
I'm just talking at this point now. I call myself getting back into the conversation with artists. What makes it
Mhm.
good? What makes it bad? How can things be better? What worsens them? You know what I'm saying, and etc. So that's why I
Yeah.
want to talk about you, because I've noticed that you're very selective. I don't see you on everything.
Yeah.
I know if you on the stage, it's a blessing to have you in the building, because you can easily
Right.
say no as quick as you can say yes.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
I do
So
not go to everything, because that's the thing. A lot of people tell me too, like, you don't perform a lot, but it's like, it's not that I'm not getting asked. It's that I'm saying no, like you
mm,
said, because like I said, I know my worth, and I'm not going here and performing, and there's like you said, then there's like 10 people. I've done that already. Like, I'm very humble about what I do. So I've already been past performing for 4 people, 5 people, 10 people. I've already done that. So now that I'm like growing in my, in my shit, I don't want to waste time. I don't have time. I'm getting old. Like, I don't have time for this. I can't, like I need something that has meaning. Or even with some people, like some people get mad because, yeah, we've known each other for years. We've been cool, whatever, whatever. But if you're not one offering to pay me, don't ask me. I've said that plenty of times.
Yeah.
Or if I can see if I asked you, like, oh, I want to get on this, that's different. Like, I get that. But there's just certain things I'm not doing no more. I'm just not there no more.
What do you see that will make you call up a promoter or hit a promoter and like, yo, I gotta get on this one?
One, if it's like a cash prize, for sure, I'm definitely trying to go.
Okay.
And it depends on the place as well. Like if I see a certain place like Monarch or 1111 or like Aura, like those type of places, I could do that. But other little places that I've never heard of or never seen before, I'll be real hesitant about it. I'll try to do my research and see like if there were shows there before, how does it look? I gotta see the stage. I gotta see all of that because I'm not a person. I don't like little stages. I gotta be able to move. You know what I mean? Because I like to move around. I like to dance, all of that. So it's like it depends on the area as well and the place. So that'll get me to, yeah.
You're one of those artists that I really want the best for. There's a lot of artists where I'm like, please stop. Like the clock is ticking, and I hope it speeds up for you. But you're just one of those artists that I know the only thing holding you back is, and I'm not even saying like the parent situation. I'm talking about the only thing holding you back is not wanting to, being leery about relationships from these people that they don't add up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get you, like in a better room, like in a new community. But in order to do that, I need to know what stops you, what makes you, you know what I'm saying, get up and go shoot for that and go shoot for this. So now I have to go back to the scene, you know what I'm saying, like the Phoenix scene, for people that don't know this. We talking about Phoenix, Arizona. What connections need to be made? What do you who do you want to collab with? What would make you say in 2023 fall that I had a great 2023 summer?
This is gonna sound really bad, but I don't really listen to a lot of Arizona artists. So I really
And it don't have to be artists. It can be DJs. It can be radio stations. It can just like, who do you want to when you go to sleep at night or when you wake up in the morning, you just think like, damn, if I would work with them or him or her, that'd be dope as hell.
Honestly, you, for sure.
Okay.
Like for sure. I don't. I really don't like. I don't really pay attention. I think that's the problem as well. Because like I'm on social media, but I'm not on social media. So I don't see everybody. I don't see literally everything. And that's kind of a thing that I know is holding me back as well, because I don't know what connections I'm missing.
Yeah.
I just know I'm missing them, So it's like, I don't know who exactly I'm supposed to be talking to, where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? So it's like, I got to work on that because I don't, like I said, I don't really listen to a lot of artists out here or pay attention to like the DJs too much, or you know what I mean? Like I don't pay attention to the scene enough. So it's like I gotta work on that, definitely. So because I've been so worried about trying to focus on, okay, I know what I need to do, this, I need to do that, I need to, you know what I mean, working on the music and forgetting that I have to have somewhere to put the music for somebody to, you know what I mean?
This is one of those jobs, I would say, that requires a team. Once an artist becomes an artist, they also become a brand. And within that brand, you have different people that do this. So it's very, very hard to do this as an individual. I struggle with that even to this day. I put out I put out a mixtape that I've been working on for years. I want to tell you that I've been working on this mixtape since 2012. Right,
Wow.
with me producing, with me making the beats, with me trying to find out who's on there, and
Yeah.
I finally put this album out. I was in New York when it released. I'm talking about in a hotel room, kind of doing my little celebration. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good for
Yeah.
myself. Got back home and forgot to promote all. Just forgot to promote it. I got other things
Yeah,
going on.
that's my problem.
Yeah,
Me too. Like sometimes like I'll post it and I'll be like, okay, I know I posted it. And then I forget, like, no, you gotta keep. And then I'll wait. And I'll be like, damn, okay, it's the day of the show. Then I'll post it again. Like I'll be like, fuck, I don't my promoting is not
yeah.
it's
It's
not
not
where it
rewarding.
used to be.
Yeah, just ain't.
Yeah, like I'm like, I need somebody else to do this for me. Like
Yeah,
I
I think
can't.
that's just us as people, because
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm 37, and I just feel like the older I get, the more bird brain I become. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the
Right.
ADHD kicking in. I don't know if it's
Right.
like something that has my attention, but it's just really hard. What I think I'm taking from this and the conversations I've been having with other people is we need to create like some sort of union.
Yeah.
I'm very humble. I didn't know. I like having this conversation with you, talking with other people throughout these 2 weeks. I didn't
Yeah.
know you looked at me like you do.
Yeah.
I just thought I was just another DJ. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really.
No.
Yeah, I
Like
didn't really know.
if you pay attention, you don't even really see me talk to like
I
no
know.
DJs, nobody. Like you don't
Yeah.
because I like it's also the trust thing. Like I just don't know who I'm supposed to trust, what I'm supposed to, That's why I have conversations with you because every time we have a conversation, it's about something
Yeah, and
or
it's right to the
you know what
yeah.
I
You
mean?
asking me a question, I'm giving you some advice. Yeah, it's always been like
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
always. So
yeah,
it's like with others, it's either, oh, you got to come do this or you got to pay so we can do it. Why you can't just tell me
yeah.
what I need or give me some advice and like, why does it always have to be a money thing? I get everybody struggling, whatever the case may be, but dropping a few gems ain't gonna hurt you.
Or
Like
cost you
it
money or make you lose any money.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is the problem? And that's why I fuck with you so heavy because I see what you do. Everybody can say what they want. Everybody can feel how they feel. I don't get in everybody else's business with you and whatever goes on. If me and you is good, you've never done nothing to me. There's never been no weird energy, no, you know what I mean? So it's like I don't care. I can't focus on everybody else. I gotta focus on what's for me because maybe that person just ain't the right person. Maybe you just not supposed to be over here. You
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
be over there.
yeah,
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like they
yeah.
don't think about it that way though.
I find, looking back at it, when I look at a relationship that's ruptured, I'm talking about this shit is in shreds. Every time
Yeah.
I look back at it, usually it stems from me not doing something they wanted me to do. It's never been like I ain't never stole from nobody. I've never
Mm-hmm.
really. It's always been I don't have time to do that, and I think people are so selfish they don't realize that people
And
have their
entitled.
own life. Yeah. So I've tried. I try to keep my family off of social media just to remain busy. But yeah, I always when I look back at it, I'm like, damn, why we don't talk no more? Why did some ill will
Right.
or something? It's like, oh yeah, I forgot because I said I ain't want to do this for free.
Yep.
And then boom, there we go. Now it's beef.
Right.
So yeah, that's interesting, but I'm gonna come with a solution for that because I'm an Aquarius. I am tortured by like the opinions of others. I need
Yeah.
I need to be validated by everybody. I hate that about myself, but I'm working on it. I'm therapy.
Right. As long as you're working on it.
Yeah. But yeah, just back to you. I want to make sure that moving forward, anything that you felt that you need to release
Yeah.
right here is where you release it. So when you're famous, when you performing at the AT&T Center in whatever state that is, I can't think. I think it might be Dallas.
Right. I
When you're
think so.
performing there, you can show your kid. You can show anybody else. Like it was on this interview where I said this is
Mm-hmm.
this is where I made the change. So
Right.
what is it that you want to vent about? Like what do you want to get off your chest? What are you pissed off about? What are you really just trying to release and let go of?
Whew. Whew. So for one, I'm not really like an emotional person. Like a lot of people don't see that from me. They don't. They don't really know that side. Even like I am emotional, but I'm not emotional. So um I've really been, even though I've been writing, I've been really like feeling like, damn, what if I can't do this? You know, like what if it's too late? So I've been kind of in a funk like, should I even keep going? Should I even be doing this? Um, is it something that's gonna feed my family? Is it something, you know what I mean? I've kind of been in that space, and I kind of let the the stereotype of, oh, if you have a kid, it's over with. I've kind of let that kind of affect what I'm supposed to be doing. So um, I'm kind of trying to get out of that funk, which is why I'm trying to get on and do shows and get back out and like, just get back to who I am. It's kind of hard getting
Mm-hmm.
like right after, because my daughter's only 6 months. So it's like I feel like I'm rushing myself, but I'm also doubting myself, if that makes sense. I'm kind of conflicted between those two. So um I don't know. I just been, like I said, I've been really frustrated.
Yeah,
And then um me, I'm not a person, I don't like 9 to 5s.
I hate
I
them.
just never I've never been the type to like I've had jobs, but I just, every time I'm there, I'm like, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Like, it's not me. So it's like sometimes I get on myself because I'm like, okay, well, I have a kid, so I have to have a job. I have to, whatever. But um recently, actually, yesterday, I got some really good news. So I don't want to say nothing yet, but I got some really good news. So it's kind of like lifted some type of weight off of my shoulders. So um I don't know. I just try to be humble. Sometimes I get upset because I'm like, damn, I know I'm supposed to be here. Like, it's not even a jealousy thing when I see everybody else doing their thing, but it's just like a damn, like
I know that
missing
too
it.
well. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm not doing enough. Like
yeah.
I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm kind of like in that space, but I'm trying to climb out of it. So it's like that's just kind of where I'm at right now.
You got a
So
vision board?
I actually did one. When was that? Last year, like the end of last year. So I need a new one, definitely.
I remember this is, I mean, this is personal, even though I'm about to really just put this on every damn streaming platform possible. But I remember being told when I was younger. Um, I've been doing this since I was 14 years old, so it's
Yeah.
been a minute. But ever
Right.
since I was younger, because of how I was raised, because of the situation I may have felt that I was in as a child, not looking at it as an
Hmm.
adult, I felt like money would cure every single thing. Like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna get paid, and when I get paid, I ain't got to worry about this. I don't have to worry about that. And then
Right.
I want to say probably during the pandemic, I ain't do nothing illegal, but during the pandemic is when I really like blessed up. And
Yeah.
I always had a goal, fresh out of high school. I just need $100,000. I need $100,000, and I made $100,000 in 2021. Doing my 2022 taxes, and then shit changed. Like I find myself more stressed out now
Yeah.
because I realized that one thing I thought I needed, and it's really a want. Of course, we all would love to be rich, but I know people that don't have $10 in their bank account and they're as happy as,
Happy as hell.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I do know making that vision board and writing this stuff down or typing it somewhere just so you can look at it to see if you're pushing towards it, that
Yeah.
might help you. Otherwise, you're aimless and you're just
Yeah.
going through life, just waking up, going to sleep, waking up, going to sleep, waking up. And then that's when you turn 30 years old and you look back like, damn, where did
Right.
my 20s go? Like, what did
Right.
I do? And now that question of should I keep doing this becomes even more broad because now you don't have no center. You don't have nothing to focus on. So yeah, get that vision board and start writing them goals down and crush those goals. Those goals can be something small. Like I just want to lose 2 pounds before June. You know what I'm saying? Like that, if that's your own personal goal, then accomplish that. But just don't let we're all at the end of the day, I believe a lot of us, a high popularity percentage of us are parents. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you got to look at it and say, hey, well, they're parents and they did it too, and we all struggle. We're all struggling. I don't know if anybody ever told you this, but we all struggle. It's
Right.
not. There's no manuals. They don't give us books when we. They give us that little how to put the car seat thing in, but they don't really tell us like when the baby
Right.
turns 7 months, you gotta be ready for this. We don't have nothing to really. Every
Yeah.
situation is different, so just don't let that kind of. You're not the only one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I really want you to win, yo. Like I really want you to win. I don't remember when I met you. I don't remember the first time, because at this point it's
Hmm.
been a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But ever since I met you, it was like, yo, she's somebody that she about to. It's something about her that she shines. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's the goals, it's the way you flow, it's how hard you rep. You know what I'm saying? You rep your color
Right.
real well. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot to it. So I just always wanted you to blow, and I just don't want to. I don't want to have to revisit. And it's like she don't do it no more because she got discouraged, or she doesn't do it anymore
Mhm.
because
That's
she
the
just
word I was
got
looking for.
she just keep messing with the wrong crowd of people, not like on some violent type shit, but just
Yeah.
bad relationships from people that you knew wasn't shit can make you say, all right, bro, I'm good, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hmm.
I'm on the lookout for that. And if you got anything you want to ask me, I even give you my phone number if you ain't never had it. Just hit me so I can let you know, because
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I have a really soft spot for female artists. I do.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Maybe I got some childhood traumas. Like we talking.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I may have a childhood trauma that I really haven't been able to channel in yet. But being in the game so long and seeing men, seeing women, seeing men already have 5 steps
Yeah.
of a head start versus a woman. And
Hmm.
9 times out of 10, these women are actually more dope than the males, because
Yay.
the female artist is going to type the truth. A male artist is going to kind of like fabricate it. I find male artists to be more actors than
Yep.
actual artists. You know what I'm saying? So that's why some of them do storytelling, and then that's cool too. But when you see that
Yeah.
one artist hit the stage in the passenger seat, you know what I'm saying, like talking about the
Yeah.
cars he got and all this he done sold, and it's like, fam, you don't even look the part of anything you saying right now. And I never really seen a female artist, not saying that they don't exist, but I just never really seen a female artist not be able to back up what she just said.
Exactly.
So to see that much dopeness come out of a female artist, and then see them having so much of a shackle, it
Yeah.
kind of makes me want to just like help anyone that I can, because I just
Yeah.
know as men, I'm not gonna say we because that includes me, but I'm just gonna say like men aren't shit. Men will
Yeah.
find a way to get the upper hand and just
Hmm.
put people in a bad
Use
situation.
you, finesse, anything. Like,
Yeah. So
yeah.
stay away from them
Yeah, for sure.
as much as you can, and really put yourself in the room. Like even if you need a studio, like a new studio, I got some people that I'll refer you to. Get that EP done. You know what I'm saying? Get that EP
Yeah.
done, release it. Hit me with a goal of what you want to accomplish once that CD is released, that EP is released, and like let's really knock that out the park and make sure that you can put that check on your list.
Yeah. Cause I'm ready. That's the thing. Like I've been so ready. It's just like, these studios or the people, the producers. Like it's just,
Do you have a sound that you need, or is it just more so the mastering just don't sound good?
it's the mix and masters.
Yeah.
Like I can sound good, but I know what quality I want to push. I don't want to just sound good. I want to be professional. I want to sound like I'm already there. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I want that. I don't want the mediocre. I don't. It's just how I am. I just don't like it. And then these studios sometimes they just they got too much going on in the background. Everybody want to smoke. I don't smoke. Like I don't smoke, weed
Never
or
have.
nothing. None of that. Huh?
Never have.
No, I have. I
Oh, okay.
quit probably 3 years ago,
Mm.
I believe. So all of I don't like all of that. Like me, if I'm in the studio, the max amount of people that can be in my session is probably 3 to 4. And that's including me and the producer. Like I don't like a lot of people because I don't like distractions. I get distracted because I watch people. I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you be doing. I don't know what's going on. So I'll be distracted. So I don't like a lot of people in my session. Um, and it's just, and then when it's a lot of people, I also feel like the producer's not focused because they're talking to the producer while he's supposed to be recording me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like my producers drunk. I don't like my producers high. I don't like if you smoke real quick, cool, but don't just keep on smoking while you're doing my stuff because I don't care what nobody says. You just not doing what you're supposed to be
Yeah,
doing.
you're not 100%.
Yeah, you're not really listening. You high right now, so you think, oh, yeah, this no, because if I come out and I get to cussing you out, I'm wrong. No, like because I'm paying for time, so it's like I'm not finna waste it. Like, come on, I don't like shit like that. So that's why I'm looking for. I don't even have a studio right now to record, so it's like it's a lot. That's just like,
Yep, I got you.
yeah,
It's this guy. I'm trying not to mention no names because the names have timestamps.
yeah,
But there's a female artist that came to Rock the Mic Wednesdays 3 weeks ago. Her name's Tanya. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
okay.
I think she's been in Arizona for about a month today, and she came. Now, mind you, Rock the Mic Wednesdays is a hip hop showcase, but we've had people juggling swords in there before, believe it or not. She came in there and everybody was outside. I was pissed. I hate that shit. Like you talking to somebody that literally did 80 performers and I saw probably 10 people outside the whole time.
Right.
She ends up singing and she sings and everybody makes their way back in there. Needless to say, she won. But the next few days she hit me up and said, is there a studio that I can refer her to? I referred her to the studio. I think she recorded maybe 3 songs out that studio, and the guy that I just did it because I rock with the guy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no favoritism, no paid to do anything like that. But I started from that point saying I'm gonna just send everybody over to him. His mixing board about big as a bed. You know what I'm saying? So he really official, and he don't really care. He from Chicago, and he really just don't care about like none of that politics shit. He just want to be the one responsible for recording and mixing a hit. So I'm gonna off the record. I'm gonna shoot you his information and get you in there and finish that EP. When it comes to music videos, let me know. DJs, I asked the question, but I don't really. The DJ and artist relationship has changed so much.
A lot.
Yeah, like within, and I get it. You just have a lot of these artists that as long as their songs on Spotify, that's really all they need. But I come from an era when you had to actually play these artists' music for them to get some traction.
Yeah.
So I don't really see the relationships being really close between the artists and the DJs. They're getting there, but I just say that to say I don't know what DJs to point you to because they just don't. A lot of DJs don't even have a voice to break a record, and people think like, well, DJ's supposed to break records. I do believe in Phoenix, Arizona. I will point the blame at somebody. The blame I'm going to point, the finger I'm going to point is at the radio stations.
Yeah.
The radio stations don't support the community in either way, and I'm not prejudiced. I don't have any problem with the other color, but I find it problematic for me to be educated about my culture, our culture, from somebody that's not black.
Exactly.
I really feel I don't go into some taco establishment or some Mexican establishment trying to explain and trying to be the leader of that. Right. So for these radio stations to not play like nothing, it really does not do anything but cripple the community. You don't have somebody. Kay Renee is not going to wake up holiday season and be calling and texting all her friends saying, I'm so happy because my song is playing on the radio.
Right.
But when you go to these other cities, Atlanta, parts of California, Michigan, everybody has that. My song finally made it on the radio and the radio station fucks with me. I don't know any artist that has a relationship with anybody at 98.3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
None.
Yeah. So we have to band together. I think that's what, talking about the union again. I think we got to find a way for us to stand strong and stand united, and we become what the radio station should have became.
Right.
So it's gonna take a lot of ego crushing. It's gonna take a lot of looking at the bigger picture and putting aside some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I
Right.
think it can happen, and I think it's starting to happen by me having these conversations with people like you and talking to some real people that's been here. Because you, since you're born and raised here, you know how this place looked before we all got
Yeah.
here. You
Mm-hmm.
you remember where you used to can ride a bike through a whole city, and now you can't even do that. You remember when you're older than some freeways right now.
Right.
So
Literally.
yeah, talking to somebody, talking to people like you that's born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona is really gonna help bridge the gaps that's been created from just everybody come from all over the place, and the melting pot is what I guess they call it. I never really understood that term, but it's on the way. So I'm gonna talk to you, but I'm gonna talk to you off the record because these
Yeah.
gems that I'm giving you are just for you.
Yeah.
I want to be all like, oh, these niggas got their pen and pad out.
Right.
Tell the people where they can find you.
You guys can find me on Facebook, Kay Renee, Instagram, Kay Renee, what's that shit called? TikTok, Kay Renee. That's pretty much all of that.
Wait, let's talk about that before I let you go. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
you active. You active on TikTok. Are you still
Yeah.
as active?
No, I'm not.
Okay. But let's just
I'm
talk
not.
about
But
when you were heavily active. You was in your bag. You was dropping like 2 a days.
yeah,
Um, did you find that was that just fun for you or was that important?
it was important and it was also fun. That's also something that I'm trying to get back into as well because TikTok's a big platform.
Mm-hmm.
So um, I feel like on TikTok, because I have a lot of followers on TikTok,
I
so
know.
it's like I've been kind of slacking on that, like real heavy. Like I said, I got in a funk, so I'm getting back to it. I actually recorded a TikTok yesterday, so I'm trying to like ease my way back into it. But yeah, I'm trying to get back in that bag for sure because it's fun. I do love it. TikTok is hilarious. So, and you can make money off of TikTok. Anything that I can bring another hustle into, or you know what I mean. That's what I'm trying to do. So, yeah.
And one thing, Kay Renee. What's the I for?
Honestly, it's just so they know the difference. Cause just recently, I posted. I was actually thinking about changing my name.
Mm.
Honestly, because I see a lot of Kay Renee's. Like sometimes when I search Kay Renee on YouTube or other things, I see other people popping up. So it's like I want to be kind of. I want them like as soon as you type my name, you see me. Like this is exactly who you're looking for. You know what I mean?
Is that your name?
So Kay Renee?
Yeah, is that your name? Like, is that your birth name?
No. Renee came from my nana actually. That's her middle name.
Okay.
So, um, and the K just stands for Keisha. It's like just the K. So, because that's what a lot of people know me as Keisha. That's what everybody because everybody knew me before the artist. Everybody knew me as Keisha, the entertainer, like the person that comes to the club and turns up, that has everybody lit, whatever, whatever. Everybody knew me as that or the basketball player or whatever. So everybody like anybody that knows me from back then, you'll hear them call me Keisha before you hear them call me Kay. So instead of Keisha, I was just like, because I'm not gonna put Keisha Renee. I'm like, that's just I don't know. I just didn't
That's
like
too
it.
fire for you. That's too lit. You don't like that?
I don't like it. That's just I don't know. Like Keisha Renee. It's just like in a song. I just don't hear me saying that in a song. Like I don't know.
Ain't nothing more fire. I wish I could change my name. Like I wish I could. It's been too long. I got too many. Like, things tied up. But I would love to go.
Yeah.
To be real with you, when it's all said and done, I would love to go by my government name.
Really?
Facts. Because that's the only thing that's mine. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
That's the only thing
That's
that's
true.
mine. Every single thing else, somebody got some way where they created it or they had part in it.
Mm-hmm.
But ain't nobody gonna tell you with a straight face that they made you by you using your own name.
That's true.
And
That's
Keisha got a nice
true.
ring to it. Like
It do.
it got a nice ring to it because it's yours. You know what I'm saying? I would consider it.
Right.
I would consider. I ain't saying like if you don't do it,
Yeah.
it's crazy, but I would consider it.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to find a new name, why don't you just use your name?
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, when you type in your name, you're the only one that's gonna come up.
True.
I ain't got no problem with it. Not saying it in the song, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't recall Ruben Studdard making music and he's saying Ruben, you know, and you know the other artist Mariah Carey ain't saying her name in the song. So at this point, just stop rapping your name in the song. Just
True.
I want to call you to the stage by the name that you proud of, which is yours.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna think about it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna think about it. That makes sense.
Kay Renee is, man. I ain't saying it's crazy, but it's a lot of them. Like it's a lot of them.
Yes, and I seen that recently, and I'm like, okay, this is not gonna work for me. Like, and everybody's like, no, keep it. I'm like, I know because you guys like know me. Oh, that's Kay Renee. Da da da. But it's like, no, like I need something else.
And that also like we spitting, we just talking now, but that will also be a great way for like a rebrand. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you know, you going by Kay Renee was something that you the stage you're in now is not the stage you've been in. You know what I'm saying? Like you are in a new stage. So it'd be dope to see you kind of come out as a different person. Because you are. A lot of things has happened since the last time you pushed release on a project or a song. You know what I'm saying? So that name change would be dope. That would be dope.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm thinking, yeah. I think I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, right now, Kay Renee is where you can find. You know what I'm saying? And her face will be in the avatar, so you know from right there that you know what I'm saying. This is the Kay Renee that we're referring to when you search it. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But like I say, man, I want to have another conversation with you on this platform, in this form, in this way. Like in 6 months, so we can see if we checked off some things and just see if we had some progression. But I'm proud of you either way it go. I'm really proud of you because you're consistent and you don't move without knowing what you want. You know? And that's something. There's a lot of people that just hop into every scenario because they just want to keep their name relevant. I like the fact that you'll take 10 steps back and be like, this ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm proud of you for doing that. And yeah, I just want to let's chop it up again in 6 months on this platform and see what changes.
Let's do it. I'm excited.